All righty, there we go.
Don't mind me, girl.
Whenever
I'm trying to be authentic, there's always some haters, so I gotta just
sage away, baby, sage away.
What's poppin', Pippin?
Alrighty, so funny story, guys. I just got a new mic and everything, so that's why the camera's going a little everywhere, and then we're gonna get started. I actually, for some reason, could not hear Miss Brittles while it was in, so I guess I'm gonna have to figure out technical difficulties because now.
Can you hear me now?
I sure can. I had to unplug because I was like, it is all good. Yes, thank you. We're gonna give a huge shout out since Shay is on right now.
Yes,
that
Shay.
Beautiful song that you hear at the beginning, that beat, that was all made by the Shay Compose.
We appreciate it.
And we're going to be putting him to work pretty soon. He has no idea yet, but I got a conversation to have with him.
Surprise.
But how are you, Brittles? I need to get my glasses. Oh my goodness, guys. Like,
Guess what? Shauna's got blue light glasses.
I do.
So check it out, y'all. My wonderful friend, if you don't know, struggles with MS, right? This is obviously an autoimmune disease that affects the brain. So considering she works online, that blue wavelength of light, which ABO certified optician here has been proven to cause macular degeneration with too much exposure, is affecting her brain. So now she's got her little fancy blue lights. I see you over there.
Amen. And I'm feeling so much better with these gosh darn things. I've had pain, but not anywhere near as the huge migraine I was having. So yay!
Dude, I am so glad for you. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I feel like a little schoolgirl.
What's up, Mom? I see you down there showing some love.
Thank you, everybody, for all that love.
Shauna couldn't hear me in the beginning. I was over here laying my sage. I said, whenever topic tonight is to not trade your authenticity in for approval. So whenever I'm over here trying to be authentic, there's always some haters around. So I gotta, gotta give a little bit of sage.
Exactly. That's why I got all the crystals, the positive vibes going on. We're good.
Amen, sister. So what do you got on the plate for us tonight? Here, you about to serve up dinner or what?
All right. So, well, I'm actually going to let you serve up dinner, and I am going to serve up dessert because I'm excited. If you guys don't know, I talk a lot. I already know I talk a lot, and it's all good. So I know what I want to speak about, but I was actually really excited to hear Britton's background and, her breaking through with being genuinely herself and saying, fuck everybody who don't like it.
You got that right. I think when it comes to this topic about being authentic, a lot of people don't think that it matters to them, right? Because like they're not in social media marketing, or they're not doing anything where authenticity to them really sounds like something that's important. But I'm here to burst your bubble, Felicia, because authenticity goes so many different directions. And when it comes to being someone to speak about this, I feel super confident and super excited to talk about this from personal experience, because I am a great example of someone who hides from their truth. If you don't know this about me, for the first year of my son's life, my fiance and I hid the fact that he was not Tegan's biological father. And not only did we hide this from social media, there was family that we hid it from, close friends that we hid it from. And why, when we decided to come out about it, we talked about this, like, why did we decide to hide it from the beginning? And in all honesty, it simply was because of ridicule, of other people's opinions. And we didn't want to deal with any backlash from that, nor did we want our son to have to deal with any of the shit that comes along with, obviously having two dads, one that is poof gone. But I feel like when it comes to being authentic, since we've shared that, it's truly opened up so many different avenues for us as a family. I've been able to connect with other women who are in the same position as me. And being someone, I had my son, I dealt with extremely difficult postpartum depression, like suicidal thoughts. It was really bad. And at a moment of your life when you're supposed to be so happy and excited to have this new baby, here I was, just a freaking mess and feeling worthless, not only because the bio dad left us, but because now I've got my wonderful fiance here who's picking up the slack in so many departments, not only for the father that was gone. We're just going to call him sperm donor from here on out, right? So for the sperm donor that's gone, right?
Perfect.
So he's covering that end, and then he's picking up the slack that I'm lacking because I'm so fucking depressed. And a huge part of my depression, I truly believe, was the fact that I was hiding from my truth, that I was sharing all these photos of me and my family, but for whatever reason in the back of my head, I knew that I was holding this big secret, and it was eating me alive. And it didn't matter about my following knowing it, because I don't give a fuck about 2,000 strangers on the internet knowing my business. But it wasn't allowing me to be happy because I felt like I wasn't being my authentic self.
Amen.
And I find that being authentic is so fucking important to live a happy life. And like I said, once I exposed that secret, I truly feel like I've been able to heal and just feel so much better about our situation. Another thing I wanted to kind of talk about, something that I've experienced personally with working online. I'm a health and wellness coach. So Sean and I, we work online helping people change their lives from the inside out. And I found that I've always been a person who gives tough love. I give tough love. Tough love is how I learn. So I like to receive it as well. And a lot of my coaches and my challengers have fallen off because of that tough love, right? Because when I got them on board in the beginning, I was not being my authentic self. And once they hopped on board, all of a sudden, I'm just being real and me and trying to help these people as best as I know how. And it because I wasn't authentic from the get, now they're just like not vibing and they back off. So here I am feeling stuck between a rock and a hard place of, I had a coach the other day who was really struggling. And I'm like, listen, babe, I want to give you tough love right now, but I'm afraid to do so because anytime that I do that, I'm scaring people away. And what she told me was, there are people who need you just the way you are. And you can only provide the world with what it is that you have to offer. So stop fucking dimming your light because you're afraid of how people are going to respond. And that's just so important. And here I am just blindsided, right? Trying to save people's feelings. And in all actuality, there was someone out there who was dying for me to just give her that tough love because she was stuck in her own shit. And
amen. Because think about it. Would we have met had you not authentically been yourself and came out and responded the way, or, connected the way you did with me? We probably wouldn't have. So
that was probably the most authentic message I've ever sent.
Oh my gosh. And I loved every damn bit of it. And I think one of these days, guys, I'm going to pull it back up and I'm going to record it and put it on my stories for y'all to hear because it was so amazingly genuine. And I was like, this bitch is my friend. This is like my lifer right here.
I'm a mess. I'm glad that I did though, because I'm telling you what, girl, I don't know where I'd be down here without you.
Same here, girlfriend. And, I kind of went through a similar situation with my oldest is not my husband's. And many people know that nowadays, but in the beginning, it was very tough for him to kind of figure out, what do we say in the beginning? Because she looks like him, she acts like him, she calls him daddy. Her biological took off freaking years upon, and she was 5. It took off. She's 16 now. And she's more like him than our biological children are. And it was one of the difficult things where it's okay, well, we got to figure out what we're doing here. Are we going to call you her stepdad, or are we going to call you her dad? Because it's very confusing and very uncomfortable. And we're not really genuinely a dad is a dad. It don't matter.
Right.
Just like a mom is a mom. It don't matter if you're blood related or not.
No.
Shit. Britt's my sister, really, at the end of the day. So, it don't matter if we're blood or not and everything. And, we're not born to be like everyone else. From the get-go, when we come out, we are not born to be like everybody else. And for me, I'm one of those human beings that I held back for so long from being a powerful and annoying fucking bitch about it. And I know Brett feels me here because she's the same damn way. And I was told, oh, well, that's too vague. Don't go out there into the world to make a difference in the world by being, the positive light and everything. And I'm like, how is it vague to be the power of positivity? I don't see how that's vague. And I listened to that for years from people, and it held me back from genuinely being me. I got literally physically like beat down from being that type of person. And I really shouldn't have held back. I should have just said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, all of you. If you don't like me for who I am, so be it. But I went from there to bipolar meds after bipolar meds. Because think about it, when you're freaking getting told to keep yourself down from who you are mentally.
Oh yes, girl. Since second grade, every report card was telling my parents how I just needed to stop being so fucking loud. Like, people have always been trying to dim.
Exactly. We were born to be fucking loud. Guess what? If you don't like it, carry on, move along, Felicia. And
pretty much.
I literally was on medications to figure out, like, how do we balance me out? And it was just like, why not try just talking? Try talking to me. We could freaking figure this out like that. So well,
that's the other problem, dude. It's just the system. That's just what that is. Like,
exactly.
It's sickening to me how, I mean, like I said about the report cards, we literally, our system, it's not our fault we're this way. The system has taught us to think that we're not enough or we're too much or whatever the case may be. I mean, you're getting meds shoved down your throat at whatever age that was for whatever fucking reason, rather than someone trying to reach out and talk to you and maybe this is part of Shauna's personality. How can we direct her behaviors into a more positive light? Instead, let's just shove medication down her throat, because that's what the system wants us to do. Feel not enough, feel too much, feel like we need other fucking medications, feel like we have to constantly compare ourselves to everyone.
Exactly.
It's sickening.
Exactly. It really
sickening.
is. I agree. And the funny thing is like, for me, I haven't been on bipolar meds in, I think 8 years now. And I'm this power of positivity. Why? Because I know how to control it. I know how to manage it. And I figured that out because I got sick of freaking everybody else trying to cram me down into this little box. And I started being me. Just like Brett started being her. Like, medications are the freaking cure-all. And I understand there's a place for everything before somebody starts
100%.
preaching in here, because guess what? I do get there's a place for them. But it's not the end-all be-all. It's a Band-Aid.
Speaking of a place for medications, that's just another thing too. Like, when you start being your authentic self, whether it be on social media or in front of your coworkers or in front of your family, wherever the case may be, just know that when you start being your true self and you're not hiding anything, you're gonna have people who treat you like shit for it. I mean, when I came off my postpartum depression meds, there was a girl who literally went online to talk about me off of my meds. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying?
Insane.
One chick telling me that I glamorized pot use because I used it to cope with my postpartum depression. Or like people telling me that I don't have the right to say that I'm homeless when I'm living on my stepmom's floor, when I drove 13 hours across the fucking country to move to a home that wasn't a home when I got there. Like,
exactly.
People always got some shit to talk about you. Like, fuck them. Share what's on your heart. Share what is important to you, because being authentic is the quickest way to healing your anxiety, your depression, the feelings of not being enough, that comparison game, you guys. My anxiety has lifted times 1,000 since I stopped giving a fuck and started just really connecting with my true tribe, my people. Like, I believe that it's Shauna and our job to really help people become the healthiest versions of themselves, right? And
oh, fuck yeah. And it's more than just like the physical. It's the mental.
100%. And if you're hiding who you are and putting on this facade for the world to see on social media, but then you're going home and you're looking in the mirror and what you're seeing is something else, that is unhealthy. That is unhealthy, my friends. Just like all these filters that we're constantly using, Facebook, Instagram, fucking Snapchat, whatever the case, there's a filter on everything, right? Everything. Right now, I can click this button and I can look like a whole different Felicia. Dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a shame. It's a shame. And I'm going to challenge you, Shauna, anybody watching this, tomorrow is what, the 12th? The 12th, Thursday, November 12th. Go the entire day on your stories, on your feed, anywhere, without touching that filter button. Stop it for just one day, 24 hours, and see the difference in how you feel when you're posting this shit, and tell me that those filters are not mind fucking all of us. Like,
amen.
Really?
Yep,
you can't be happy with yourself when you constantly have that filter on. You just can't. Let's hashtag this shit. What are we gonna hashtag it? Something.
We can do what our title is. There's not very many in there.
Yeah, there we go.
Hashtag permission to persevere.
Yep. Hashtag permission to persevere, and let us see your stories, your photos,
and
without
tag
a filter.
us and tag us in it. We would
Tag
love
us.
you guys to tag us in it because it would be amazing to see all of these. Because the thing is, you want to know some girlfriend over here uses a preset for all of her photos for her feed.
Same.
Stories not as much. I only use them once in a while to fuck with people when I have like the bright green eyes and stuff. But my feed, I definitely use presets. Tomorrow, mine won't even be a preset. Mine's going to be all authentically me. Because the thing is, it's like, yes, I know freaking, presets and, filters can be fun and everything else. But they're beginning to take over people's lives where they're like, well, I don't like myself without this. Oh my gosh, Brett. My goodness, I fucking love you. See what I'm saying, man? Like, it's crazy. And, if people block you for your realness, fuck them. You know how many times Brett and I get probably blocked a day because freaking people don't like how real we are?
I think I'm heavy on the black
Steelers.
button. I'll tell you what, I'm the one to hit the black button because as soon as a bitch says something sideways, like trying to critique me and the way I live my life, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even got time to explain shit to you. Bye.
It's not even worth it.
And
Amen
I get
to that.
people like bitching at me about that. Like, that person that's blocked will go through someone else to message me to tell me how big of a piece of shit that I am, that I decided not to hear them out.
I don't understand it. It's like
a life.
Just be you. If they were being more authentically them, guess what?
They wouldn't be such a
probably
hater.
wouldn't have this freaking problem.
You know what I'm saying? They're so unhappy with themselves because of the fucking facade they're putting on for everybody that they got to be a Debbie Downer to the one person who's out here smiling. Like,
exactly. Like, if more people took on what we do in regards to taking on, now think about this, guys. If you take on more of somebody's happiness,
Shay.
Surround yourself with where you want to be. Oh yeah, I got some freaking relatives I blocked. Surround yourself with where you want to be. That's what I'm saying. Like, I surround myself with positive ass people. Like, I freaking love it. I swear like crazy. I got most of my team. Brett and I fucking swear like crazy. Like, it is amazing. I love the comments right now. Just seeing y'all.
I'm reading them
all.
all
Oh my
too.
gosh, look at all of you guys. Because the thing is, it's like, stop holding yourself. You're not meant to be one-dimensional. We are meant to be evolving constantly and growing into more of ourselves. And you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't let the freaking Felicias talk shit to you. Don't let somebody tell you you're freaking vague for what you're doing. There is nothing wrong with you whatsoever. All of your flaws, if you guys want to know, if not everybody knows this, mine, I love Britt's team name. Praising passion, hell yeah. Praising that motherfucking passion. And mine is the Flawsome Nation. And that's because us bitches, we got flaws and we are awesome anyway. And Shay. And Shay. Shay is a freaking guy. He's Flawsome too, man.
Yes, he certainly is. I think on that note, I'm going to obviously challenge you guys one last time to post photos, post stories, tag Permission to Persevere, tag Shauna, tag myself, at Meet Little Brittles, at Shauna Flawsome. Either way, tag the shit out of it. Spread the word. Tag your friends in it. Tag your friends in it and challenge them to do the same thing. Let's get out there and show people that we don't have to put on a filter to fucking feel good, okay?
Exactly. This is us giving you your permission to you to persevere. We are giving you permission to persevere.
Do that shit. Hey, one last thing.
What is it?
Last thing. I wrote this down because I wanted to share it.
Yes.
Authenticity is the courage to be yourself. How hard can that be?
Mic motherfucking drop.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Right here.
Mic drop. And on that note, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.